Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting tutorial from Graphic Ace. I hope you've liked and subscribed to our YouTube channel. Today we'll be looking at making So today we'll be taking a look at making cutouts from your backgrounds, creating transparent PNGs and using them in your designs. And the app we're going to be using for today is Photolayers. I'll be giving you a brief rundown of how you can use this app to make amazing pictures out of it. So follow me as we move on. So here we're having our home page, very simple interactive page. I don't usually click on the how to use or FAQ. I like exploring my apps by myself. So just load your background, select a picture from your folder, from your file. I have mine here already. Now some tips in selecting some pictures with a plain background, a very simple background, are easier to cut than pictures having multiple colored backgrounds. But either way, I'll show you how to get around them and how to use your tools to make very impressive cutouts. Now here we have our different layouts: 9x6, 2x4, 1x1, 4x3, 16x9. You choose, but I like keeping it free to ensure I have the best of my quality. Now when you get to the home page, you're going to be seeing a lot of stuff. Initially, the name Photolayers signifies that you can cut multiple pictures here, even create a background and fixing the pictures. But I like doing that in my actual design app using Over or using PixelLab. But if you want to stack up your photos here in layers, you actually can. But I like. So let's get it started off on cutting our pictures. I'll teach you how to stack them up at the end of the tutorial. So firstly, you can flip. You can change your and make some adjustments to your pictures. Opacity, blur. Click on the X to cancel the effects. Sepia, hue. Okay, I'm having some very nice effects from here. Warmth, tints. So you can do some small post editing from the app. I don't really touch anything. Most times the only thing I get to touch is the contrast to bring out the picture more and make the background fade more. Okay, now you can change. If you don't want this picture, you can use the change button here and get another picture. If you want to cut out multiple pictures, you use this option here. As you can see, you'll be having multiple pictures. You can also remove it as well. You can put in shadows. You can, like I said, you can stack up your photos here. We'll do that at the end of this tutorial. So let's move straight to our cutting. Now the application is really very impressive. Firstly, we have our auto cut, which is what I've majorly used in all my designs. You just firstly, they don't have our cursor offset. It makes that dot you see there is actually what controls the circle. Closer it is, the more precise, but sometimes more difficult it is for you to control the circle, except you're using a pen. But if you're freehand, then you might want to make the cursor offset very far off. It gives you more accuracy while you're to be able to look over your fingers as you're walking. Now if you drag and drop, you notice that all the white areas are gone, which is why I told you that selecting pictures with one background, plain backgrounds, are far better. Now if you touch on your background color, you can see if there are any white spots left, if it's completely clean. Now there are other options. You could decide to go manual, get closer, or use your zoom if you want to, and manually remove them. That's if I'm having more tougher pictures to work with. Or I don't okay. Also, you can use your magic, which is actually what I prefer to do. The way magic works is that when I get very close, it automatically detects and remove colors that are not part of the picture or cut out. It's really a very handy tool. You have to be careful. If you go too deep in it, you end up ruining your picture. But there's a way to fix your picture just in case you've ruined it. That's using the repair tool. Now, with the repair tool, I can simply come and paint in the area that I mistakenly cut out. It's actually very, very handy and very helpful. You can go back to your magic tool and continue with your magic. You can keep removing the side of the pictures. Like I said, ensure that you have a single background picture. If you have multiple background pictures, then focus on one color at a time, while ensuring that you are not harming or destroying the actual picture at every point in time. Then yeah, you can use your undo and redo button. Redo, undo. I like the app is that actually takes notes of like a time lapse of your recent events, but not that much, about 40, and take you 14 steps back or 14 steps forward. So be very careful when working. Then you should just I'll keep working on the edges for now. I keep working on the edges. Now, not necessarily all the time that you might need to do this. So it's another option that allows you to remove the edges cleanly and very simply. But let me get rid of the other white spots. Get rid of the other white spots. Okay, auto remove. Now, here's where the threshold comes into play. Now, the threshold means the amount of sensitivity to have to a particular color. If I keep it at 25, what you just saw is what's going to happen. If I take it all the way to 40, you see that more white areas were affected. If I take it down to 0, nothing was affected. If I take it down to 9, less and more. When working with larger pictures, more sensitive pictures, I tend to readjust my threshold to ensure that I don't over work on the picture, I don't over cut out or clean out the borders. Now, I think I'm having almost a perfect pictures. Now I didn't completely remove the white at the edge because I want to show you another cool way of removing it. Now when you're done with your picture this way, either you're using the magic to remove the edges. If you're a perfectionist, I actually prefer using the magic. But you can also come and use a smooth option if you click done. If you notice that the edges are leaving like themselves, not all of them though. That's why I don't use this option that much. Sometimes it leaves you with a shivered edge, very sharp edge, and most times I want it smooth. I like how the name sounds smooth. And if you notice, you couldn't get every part of it. So most times I actually prefer using the magic. I can click OK, go back to the magic, and get just that edge that I couldn't get before. Increase the magic. Okay, just that edge I couldn't get before. So you see, it has a lot of options that makes it almost on par with our popular Adobe Photoshop. And if you're very good at using Photoshop and cutting out pictures, you'd also enjoy this app. It actually makes cutting pictures very easy. I had to start learning mobile design and figuring out apps to use because I couldn't all the time always want to go to somehow I'm kind of lazy in a way. Don't blame me. Life is hard. But most times I tend to not have the time. I could be in a class, be somewhere, and I don't have the time. So I want a very simple and easy way to still be able to work even under pressure. So that's it. That's basically it for now. You don't click done. Okay. Like I said, you can use this option, add photos, and put in more pictures if you want. You can cut them out. Like I said, single backgrounds are easier. You can check. Are you okay? Maybe probably use your manual to remove the excess pictures. I think you're cool. Click OK. Smoothen it out a little bit, not too much. Then this is somewhere here you don't have options for creating shadows, taking the shadows up, down, down. But I don't really work with this. I just come here and ensure that I simply cut out my pictures and let it rest. You even change the color of your shadows if you want. But that's for you to decide. I don't really like doing that. So you save your pictures and that's all. Thank you. If you enjoyed the tutorial, please leave a like and subscribe. And let us know in the comments what you want us to improve about our videos. And feel free to check our other playlist on the mobile design series. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Graphic Case. See you next week.